Alright, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Alright, another FSD video for you all here today. Special video. This is going to be Georgetown Pike at night. So we're going to be testing out FSDBETA back here to see how it performs in this really one-lane, narrow, curvy, dangerous road, which is pretty notorious at nighttime also. So hang on, buckle up. Hope everyone watching this is having a great day. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't yet, and subscribe to the channel for FSDBETA videos, Tesla content, and a lot more, especially from the DC metropolitan area. You should check out some of my videos if you're from this area, or if you've lived in this area, or if you've been in the DMV. You'll recognize some of the areas that I post, so be sure to check that out. Georgetown Pike, one of the most notorious roads here in Northern Virginia. I'm actually looking to make it to 495 Junction. So, you know, Georgetown Pike is kind of the cut way through, especially at this time of the day, 6:30 on a weekday after evening. So hopefully, you know, you can see FSDBETA act in real time in a real life situation where I didn't like cherry pick this or pre-plan anything in this drive. So hopefully, you know, the car prevails and doesn't have any issues. So yeah, check this out. We've got the more difficult part of the drive coming up. As you can see, it's going to begin to get really narrow and very, you know, curvy. Hopefully we can keep in the lanes and see how FSD is acting with this current build. This is 11.4.7.3, I believe. I may be off by a digit there on one of them, but this is the latest build given out to customers. I'm in the boat of people who normally get the latest build as soon as possible. So we're looking forward to a holiday update coming up. Version 12 should be available here soon with FSD. So really interested to see how they play that all out, and what kind of Christmas gifts we're gonna get this year. Really cool that, you know, it's December, so I gotta throw it in Santa mode. I love the way that they changed the cars into reindeers, and then your Tesla is like this really nice Santa sleigh. Really cool with the FSD visualization. It's snowing too, which is a nice feature. Shout out to Evbase for the LED light that I just installed. I'm really excited about. I think this is called sunset mode, which now that it's dark, I should probably switch it over. But really digging the nice ambient light inside the Model 3 and Model Y that fits on, and really easy to install. Plus, I kind of wish they always had that in the car. I never realized how much of a difference it would make, honestly. Wow, look at FSD speeding through that little bit there. But it is definitely like a nice like mood enhancer kind of thing for your car. Alright, so here we are on the more dangerous parts of the drive. We're gonna kind of test out how it acts, you know, with oncoming traffic. They're suggesting 25 miles on this turn here, so let's see if we can slow down. Nice, slowing down. Alright, not too as much as I would like to have. See, it had to get down to 25. Notice how it can sense, you know, the type of road you're on, and kind of change the dynamics of the driving based on that. Different to the way Autopilot, basic Autopilot acts. Like, it just kind of stays at a certain speed and goes. But see how this will adjust and kind of slow down for the curve. See, it even throws the high beams on too. But it does a really good job about switching it back when a car is in the other lane. Wow, so really interesting job there with very little bit of vision. It was able to handle the most notorious turn of this drive, which normally I hit this in the daytime with no issues, but you heard that little beep back there. It hesitated a little bit, and then it definitely took the turn coming down the hill a little slower than usual. It swerved a little bit on this turn right there. So as you could tell, you know, vision-based driving is a little bit different at nighttime compared if you were to look at this video side by side with one of my daytime drives. And I can definitely notice that. I mean, it's kind of just like the way humans are. We can see less at nighttime. If the car is driving using cameras, then it definitely sees less during, you know, nighttime hours. So you kind of have to be cautious with that, and definitely drive accordingly. Wow, this guy kind of slipped in front of me. Very sleek. But FSD did a nice job recognizing it and keeping a good distance. It's really cool the way it shows up as a reindeer. It's kind of like walking too. It's amazing how they go through with those animations. All right, here we go with another 25-mile-per-hour turn. Definitely, you know, you want to be a little overcautious at nighttime. At least I am, just from what I've seen so far compared to some of the daytime driving. So here we go with a really sharp turn. Nice job. All right, that time it handled it really well. Maybe based on the traffic that was on the other side, it was able to detect its path and kind of really handle that turn with some confidence, and I like that. And you know, to be able to handle one of these drives at nighttime really says a lot about FSD. I know that once I get on 495 and, you know, those major highways, day or night, it handles it pretty well. But on roads like this, you can really see a difference. I mean, there's no like lights above me. Like, there's one light right there, and that's it. You know, like, okay, there's three, but then now for this whole stretch, there's no lights. And you know, there's like in areas in like DC, you won't find a street that doesn't have like lights over it at nighttime. So for FSD to be able to, you know, solve this without any lights, it's doing a good job. But still kind of overly cautious for really tight squeeze turns like this one right here. As you can see, it did slow down a little bit, but it handled it very nicely. Yeah, so I mean, if you're confident, you know, in sitting in the driver's seat and letting a computer software do the driving for you, I highly recommend subscribing to FSD. If you have a Tesla, you should definitely at least check it out for like a month. Random indicator flick there for no reason. You hear the little jingle bells that come up with Santa mode, which is kind of cool. But yeah, if you haven't tested out FSD on your car yet, definitely do yourself, like, you know, a holiday treat this year and subscribe to it. Now, do keep a lookout, because Elon Musk did tweet that we'll have free FSD for like a week. I don't know, he might have said a month, but I know he said that he's going to offer it for a week for all Tesla owners sometime. So I don't know if that's going to be with the release of version 12, or that might just come like the week of New Year's or something as a surprise. You know, I think once people get, like, you know, their daily commute down and see how much of FSD they're actually going to use, then they'll really see the value in it. $12,000 for the life of the car, I think, definitely has value. I mean, it is a little steep, but if you break it down for the longevity of the car, you know, hopefully you keep the car for like 5 years, then I think it's definitely worth it. If you want to subscribe, definitely interesting, because you don't really get the value of FSD for when you sell the car. All right, take a look at this turn. So I always thought subscribing never really made any sense, but now I do see the value of subscribing, because if you just wanted to use it for like a month or so, you know, you always have that option. And that's cool, because FSD is already pre-installed onto everyone's car. They don't even know it. All they have to do is click a couple buttons and you can have it on your car today. Back when I got the Tesla, originally, you know, I had to get into like a group of people with a safety score recognition, and then yeah, it was just really weird the way I got in. I
But I officially got in when it was 10.2, I think, and that was back in March 2022. So I've had it a little over a year now, almost going on the second year, and it's been a fantastic journey so far. Check out some of my other videos. You know, as you can see, my adventures with all the updates and all the different courses I've taken in the DMV area. It's been fun just kind of being part of it and seeing it grow and watching how much it's been able to learn and achieve since I started using it. And then also seeing the hiccups that it makes too, which are here and there. So stay tuned. You never know. But yeah, here we are, just at the end of Georgetown Pike now. And we're going to try to make a left here onto the Beltway. FSD will stop at this light. I'm starting to get familiar on when it's going to go. I realize when it starts to, if it's continuing through, you know, I know it's going to go and I know it's going to make it. It does a really good job on yellow lights. So awesome the way the animation is with all of these reindeer instead of cars. I think that's really cool. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And be sure to check out the link in my description for Evbase. They are the ones that make this LED light, which I just installed, which I think is really cool. Comes with a lot of really cool options too. And since we're in